everyone, it's jaemommma here, and I'm going to share with you all my experience returning to therapy. So I completed my first session of therapy and I could not be more thrilled. I literally feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders just after one-hour session, and I'm so glad and I'm so thankful that I was able to finally find a therapist, and I'm so glad that she's a good fit. At least I think she is. It's only been one session, but so far I think she's a really good fit. I went about finding my therapist by doing a quick Google search, and I ended up on psychologytoday.com, I believe is the site. And I used the filters to filter out those that I did not feel would be a good fit, and I was unfortunately left with only about 3 or 4 options after I filtered out everyone else. I called and she was the only one to call me back. Well, she actually sent me a text, and that was the first thing. I'm like, yes, she actually texted me instead of calling me back, because that's my preferred method of communication. So that was, one check mark and 1 star for her. So she texted me and she said, these are my available appointment times. I need your name, your birthday, your insurance card, and we'll get your appointment set up. So it was really quick, it was really easy, and I felt comfortable sharing that information with her. Before I set up the appointment, I did a Google search on her to make sure that she was real, to make sure that she was licensed, and to see if I could find any reviews on her. So I did all of that. I checked out her website and I proceeded with making the appointment. When I showed up, the one thing that did make me a little hesitant was the fact that she runs the business out of her home. And I'll tell you about that experience in this clip.
Tell me why I'm nervous about going into my first therapy session. I hope I like her. I hope that I feel comfortable speaking with her. But one thing that's rubbing me the wrong way already is that this is a residential establishment. It feels unsafe for me to go into someone's home and for my therapy session. I was preferring more of an office space, but I definitely get the feel of wanting her clients and her patients to feel comfortable, to feel nurtured, and to feel cozy in her space. So maybe it's set up really professional like, and it's not like I'm coming into her actual home, but yes, it's still her home, but it's still professional. I hope there's some healthy boundaries there, because so far that's the thing that's really turning me off already. But other than that, I'm super excited. She has checked everything off of my list in terms of what I need for a counselor and for a therapist, so I'm super excited for this session. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if there's going to be an assessment, if she's just going to sit down, ask me some questions, and then want me to tell her how that makes me feel. I don't know what to expect. I haven't done therapy since I was like 12 years old, and I feel like I'm talking really fast, but my appointment is in a few minutes and I don't want to be late, and I will be sure to keep you updated and let you know what came of my first therapy session.
You guys, it was a very professional setup. Her living room had been converted into a waiting area, and she was working with what I assume was probably the dining room, and her partner worked out of a bedroom, but everything was strictly professional. If you didn't know that you were in a home, then you wouldn't know. It was cozy, but it was still professional, and I didn't feel like I was going into a stranger's home. It definitely felt like a place of business, but it wasn't sterile, which was also another thing. I wanted it to feel cozy, although I didn't want to go into someone's actual place of residence, but I didn't want it to feel sterile either. So this was the perfect location and the perfect setup for me. Another thing that I liked about her was the fact that she asked a lot of open-ended questions, and she didn't feed me responses. She would ask a question and wait for me to reply, and she waited for me to reply fully. So I'm really glad I set up another appointment. And another thing, her office space is child friendly. So if I ever need to make an earlier appointment, or if my husband isn't home in time, I can bring my son. And after going a couple of times, then maybe I will bring him to some appointments. Being a stay-at-home mom, one of my greatest challenges is not having reliable childcare. And if I'm able to bring my son along to whatever I'm doing, then that just makes my life 1,000 times easier. So definitely a lot of pluses and a lot of positives going into my my therapy experience for this time around. I'm really glad that I decided to continue pursuing looking for a therapist. I'm glad I found someone. Thank you to everyone who encouraged me, be it here in my YouTube community or my Facebook community, or who reached out to me personally. Thank you for your suggestions, for your advice. I'm incredibly thankful. And I hope that if you are on your journey to finding someone to speak with, that you don't give up and you continue to pursue it, because it'll make a world of difference. After one session, I'm sure you will feel like a weight has been lifted. So as I continue to go through this process, I will keep you updated and encouraged on your journey as well. And I hope that you found something in this video that was like, hey, I think I want to hit subscribe. And if you do, make sure you click on that button, turn on your post notifications, give this a thumb up, maybe drop me a comment down in the comment box, and I'll see you next time.